The United Nations World Food Programme, or WFP, in collaboration with the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, or CDEMA, hosted a 4-day emergency humanitarian logistics workshop in St. Kitts at the National Emergency Management Agency on Tuesday that will run until August 18. Representatives of the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, the Police Force, the Department of Customs and Excise, the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society, and the Departments of Social Development and Community and Gender Affairs are among the attendees who will be trained in the area of emergency humanitarian logistics so that they can support the national mechanism during disaster emergencies. Giving brief remarks at the opening ceremony, National Disaster Coordinator at NEMA, Abdias Samuel, said it's important that the Disaster Management Agency be involved in building capacity.
And our path to building a resilient St. Kitts and Nevis, and by extension, Caribbean region, we have to ensure that we maximize on the opportunities provided in building capacities.
He said responding to a crisis takes a multi-sectoral approach, which they must be prepared for.
We are training today to respond tomorrow. Not only to St. Kitts and Nevis, but to our obligation in the region. That's why we are CARICOM, and that's why we are a part of CDEMA. And that's why we are part of a 6-member state sub-regional team comprising of Antigua and Barbuda, British Virgin Islands, Anguilla, St. Martin, and Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis. So therefore, we have to be ready. Like everybody else, human resource is the biggest shortage we have worldwide. If we do not have the human resource capacities available to respond, then we are going to be challenged. And the response must be multi-sectorial and must be all of society.
Retired Major Damian Bromley, Logistics Coordinator and Training Facilitator for the WFP, explained how the initiative came about.
This training was conceptualized by World Food Programme, but developed and made possible through partnerships with CDEMA and the local disaster office NEMA. Our efforts are supported financially by USAID, Bureau of Humanitarian Aid, and the European Union. The training is set out to support humanitarian operations within the region, as we have seen that increase in number of climate-related disasters. We are committed to providing the support to the region to ensure that all the resources and skills are available to impacted persons when crisis happens.
He said this year alone, similar training was held in Antigua and Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago. He said last year, approximately 200 persons from national emergency response organizations in 7 countries were exposed to emergency equipment training. Participants will be trained in the principles and process for end-to-end supply chain management, which includes needs assessment, sourcing and shipping, warehouse management, distribution, and pest control.